Cool. Much like the other two, you do the same. You meditate on this orb that is in your hands. Seemingly blasé to the magical creation, you're attuning. Maybe you get a cool weapon. You know, you've been traveling. Weapons always help you with your end goal.
Fuck yeah.
You meditate on this orb, and it gives you a weird feeling. A feeling of questions. A feeling of a lack of answers. It's strange. And then you blink and you're not in the dungeon anymore. It's weird. You're in a place that you've never been, but it feels familiar. You look in a wooden room with a wooden floor, and it seems to stretch in front of you infinitely. Dotted all across the room are pedestals with glass cases. Every single glass case holds something immensely valuable. Gems, crowns, bars of gold, platinum, silver, piles of gold, magical items, wands with filigree, staffs made of pure adamantium that are unbreakable and unbelievably magical. Even you who can't cast magic, you could just tell by looking at it. They're all ornately displayed on beautiful soft pillows. But the thing that catches your eye the most is the floating words in front of you. In common, written on the very air itself. No voice presents itself, no sound reaches your ears, but you are simply asked the question, tell me, man who travels, what is the most valuable thing?
Family.
Okay. And then your answer appears below the question. And then it goes, interesting. In this room lies everything, but only you. What is the most valuable thing here? You can walk around freely, by the way. Like, you're not locked in place. If you would like to investigate each individual, like, pillar or do anything specific, you may.
Oh, sorry. I kind of got like a visual like it was...
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to clarify. This is like a... Think of it, you're in, like, the display room of a museum, right? And it's got all the exhibits. You can walk around freely. Everything is just in glass cases.
You don't walk around here.
It's a vision, yeah. You just tell me that you're walking around and then you go from there.
Yeah, I want to walk around. I want to window shop.
Okay. You look around. You see a crown. And it's got a little nameplate. It's Gibbon's crown. You see a beautiful platinum crown inlaid with 30 beautiful clear emerald gems in the metal. You see another. You see Abellath's sapphire. And it's a sapphire the size of your head, perfectly polished and perfectly hewn to be almost spherical, like a crystal ball, but made entirely of sapphire. It has to be worth millions of gold. You look further. You see a staff, Agazazer's staff, made of pure gold with rubies studded at each inch point up the cylinder, leading to a head with a giant diamond. Valueless. You never in your life could have the amount of money this thing is worth. You continue looking for it, and you see on each pillow the things get more and more and more and more valuable. Roll a investigation check or a perception check, your choice. Okay, 17 is very good. You continue to look through all these, and everything you see is even more valuable than the last thing. They all have names that you don't comprehend. Like, it's like, oh, Melf's diamond collection. You're like, I've never heard of a Melf. You're like, that's weird, but it's extremely. And then you're like, okay, that's cool. It's very valuable, but you're like, that can't be the most valuable thing. This place is huge. And then you look at the next thing, and it's like, oh, that's probably more valuable. And you look at the next thing, you're like, well, that's definitely more valuable. You're like, well, that crown's got like 30 emeralds. If each emerald is worth 5,000, then you're doing the math in your head. You're like, God, the values of these things are crazy. But with the 17 perception, you do notice in the corner of the room, underneath, like, in a pile of, like, dust and, like, trash thrown away. You do notice a bland, designless, almost dingy tin ring.
I'm gonna go look at the ring.
You pick it up.
Yeah,
It's,
I'm intrigued.
It's covered in like varnish and grime, and like the dust kind of clings to it. But like the one thing you notice is like this ring is almost totally smooth. But you notice when you flip it inside and you're kind of polishing, you're cleaning it, like, oh, there's like weird writing on the inside of the ring. Do you attempt to do you do anything to clean the ring off? You have all your equipment on you. So just to clarify.
I mean, I give it a little spit shine and rub it on my shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you spit on it, you rub it with your shirt, and you're like, okay. You're like, well, maybe, who knows? Maybe with a little bit of polish, this thing might be worth a couple of silver. It's like a little ring you wear just to make your friends think you look cool. And you see on the inside, it's written in Infernal, which you do speak, but you see the word truth. It's like faintly carved. It looks like someone carved it with like the tip of a knife, and it's scratched into the metal of the ring. It like hastily, but the ring has no other describing features other than it just says truth in Infernal.
Does the ring fit my finger?
It does if you put it on.
I would like to try it on.
You put it on. And which finger do you put it on?
My right hand ring finger.
Yeah. You put it on and it fits perfectly. You watch as you slide it over your finger, it's almost like the metal isn't made of metal. It's like it's made of rubber. And it almost, in whatever size it moves down your finger, it's always the perfect size.
It's a true fit.
It is.
If I'm not seeing anything, I mean, I continue to walk.
As you continue to walk down the corridor, this almost infinite corridor, you see more and more and more insanely valuable things. Sometimes it's gemstones. Sometimes it's a book, right? It's a book titled like The Only Copy of Mirandar's Memoir, right? It's like the only copy of whoever that guy was. You've never heard of him. And it's like, oh, interesting. It's a book. I mean, someone might pay a lot of money for this if they knew who that was. And you keep walking and everything seems basically valueless. Like you can't comprehend the amount of money it would take to buy one of these items if it were for sale at any store. You don't think that there's enough minted money in the nation to buy any one of these things. Any one of these things could be, quote unquote, the most valuable thing. You would have almost no way of knowing. As you walk, by the way, those words that were floating in front of you, they follow you. They're always 5 feet in front of you.
And they never change.
No, they don't change unless you answer them.
What was last question that was written in the air?
It was at first I asked you like what is the most valuable thing, and you said family, and
family,
then it said like in this room is everything, but only you. What is the most valuable thing?
I would go with the truth if that would follow up with anything with the ring.
So do you like hold the ring forward and like submit it towards the words?
Yeah. Present it.
Okay. You watch as the ring like glows slightly, and then like the words "the ring" appear below the answer to the question, and you watch as the words kind of dematerialize and they turn into like gas, like mist, and they start to kind of fall apart, and then they kind of work into a shape. And then the shape, I can't do a female voice, so imagine this voice is female.
Okay.
The voice says, if value is what it is, what am I worth? And the mist coalesces, and it takes a face you have been searching for a very long time.
What am I worth?
And I will say it is what you think your mother would look like at this point in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Though she is still notably made of mist. It's just she's coalesced to a form.
Yeah. I would give the whole room I'm in, to find her.
You say that out loud? You say you'd give everything in the room to find her?
Yeah.
Roll a... What would be the best for this? I'm trying to think. It's either performance or persuasion. I was trying to think. Do persuasion.
I was gonna say I'd like persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh.
The face kind of sours.
Ew.
And it's like, and it looks at you and it goes, "Just the room?"
I can't ask. Can I ask questions?
You can try.
What do you feel is adequate for your life, essentially? The truth. It's where you are.
What I feel is irrelevant. Finding me is your goal, not my own.
Sorry, I'm kind of at a dead end here.
I told you I'd get you thinking.
Yeah, no, you got me on this one. I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a rock.
The whole country?
Something like that.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
So the floating words is still in her voice.
No, the floating words are gone. The floating words
they're just
dissolved
gone.
into her image, and now
Just a
and she
sour
is
face
speaking,
now
and yeah,
you're
she is
sad.
speaking in her voice, but I can't do the voice. But
I got you. And she's just upset now.
She seemed to have taken offense to how little you offered. I'll say that.
Very sad. I'd give my soul to know you're safe.
She smiles. Interesting. That's something with a very flexible value. And all the pillars and all with the glass cases, you watch as all of them, like the glass comes off of them. And as soon as the glass comes off of them, those beautiful ornate things in the glass look disgusting. Like, as soon as the glass comes off, the crown looks tarnished and dirty, and the emeralds are clearly fake, and the pillow is covered in dust and soot and bugs. You look at the staff, and the staff is riddled with holes and beetles that have chewed through it. The diamond is dirty and crusty. Everything looks gross. And then you watch as the pillars slowly sink into the floor, and the room tightens around you till it's like maybe like a 20 foot by 20 foot room. It's almost like you're in like a living room with nothing in it, and you're just standing face to face with this like vague smoky form of your mother, and the only thing still left in the room that didn't instantly tarnish and disappear is the ring that you would put on your finger. And you look, and then she looks at you, and she talks about what you said, and she looks at the ring, and she goes, "Many things are valuable, but what's a soul worth?"
There is no value. It's infinite. It's everything you can give to one person. It's the only thing you can negotiate with gods.
Negotiating with gods. Aren't we a high roller? And she smirks.
You know.
And then she goes, reaching for the stars, aren't we? That's my boy. And you watch as the form starts to dissipate. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
With a wisdom to the
Wisdom save.
top. Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
17. Okay. You feel as the smoke starts to dissipate, the room
Oh,
starts to fall apart, and everything starts to turn into that smoke, and including the floor. And you feel like you're about to fall, and as you see the floor start to disintegrate, you see that there's nothing below it. It's an infinite void. You'd be falling forever and never hit anything. You'd be falling for eternity, and you'd never get out. You'd never escape. But you kind of like, the fear starts to overtake your heart, and you almost lock up in fear. But with that 17, you kind of push yourself. You're like, no. You're like, my story doesn't end here. I just saw her. That's my goal. That's what I've been trying to do. She was right there. I know she's out there. I can't die here. And as you feel that, the ring on your hand starts to glow, and a like a literal door appears in front of you with a knob and everything.
I'd like to go through the door.
Yeah.
I need to know what's there.
Yeah. You place your hand on the knob. You push the door open. It's a push door. You step through, and you're right back where you were standing in the dungeon. Everything about you is the same. The door disappears behind you. You don't even think anybody else saw it. And the only thing that has changed between then and now, the ring is still on your finger. But it looks very different. Now you see this beautiful platinum ring with gold and silver filigree of these like elven characters and all sorts of like little stylistic calligraphy-esque writings, not necessarily in any language, but just for sake of lavishness. And this ring, what once looked disgusting, is now beautiful. And you look at the sides of the ring and the inside of the ring, and you see now, instead of on the inside of the ring, on the outside of the ring, all one in infernal and then one in common. It says truth, and then in the same truth that it said in infernal, and then in common it says and answers. And then you know have the ring, which I will give to you. This is known as the Ring of the Wilds.